Every once in a while I cover a series and I know that it's going to have one of two responses. What is that? I've never heard of it. Or, that had sequels? More than one? And I feel like this is one of those, and it's Xtro, a movie with a fun title to say, but, well, not a fun timeline to figure out, as we're about to see. This begins back in 1983 with Xtro, hot on the heels of E.T., and it begins with an exploding stick. Tony and his dad are outside when a mysterious light booms in the sky and takes Sam away. His mom thinks that his dad just left them, and we're told that it's been 3 years and he's been gone, and Rachel has a new boyfriend. That night, a bright shape appears and sets fire to a patch of woods, forming something out of the dirt that looks creepy, and then, what the hell? Well, that's gonna traumatize me. Give me that again. It kills this guy by, I guess, stabbing his cheeks. So it gets complicated now because the creature attacks a woman, but the blood shows up on young Tony, and future Bond girl Miriam Diablo is here in her very first acting role. Okay, bear with me, but the alien is now dissolved, and the woman he attacked becomes like insta-pregnant and gives birth to a freaking full-grown Sam. So, to be clear, alien ship comes down, puts seed in ground, seed grows alien thing implants in woman's mouth, facehugger style, adult human is then born. That was complex. Next, we see the car has a tag that expires at the ending of August in 1982, so we're going to go ahead and figure this to be in 82 for the time being, and he reveals himself to the family, claiming that he lost his memory and doesn't know where he's been. Tensions are created, snake eggs are eaten, and then, okay, now it gets weirder. It's gonna consistently get weirder. Sam sucks on Tony's neck, and this happens, which gives Tony strange abilities like controlling his toys and bringing one to life in the form of a clown, and also making an army doll life-size to attack an annoying neighbor. And here you go, more trauma. Like this thing won't be in your dreams. They clown drop Annalise, and oh boy, Tony kisses her stomach, which does this. And then there's tank attacks and girl cocoons. And you're saying, hey, this is as odd as thing gets. Nope, now there's a panther. Just there, no reason. Annalise is then turned into an egg producer, and they start farming them and putting them in the fridge. And when Sam and Rachel try having sex, he starts melting down and transforms into a thing that can, I guess, yell at you loud enough to blow out your brains. They get to the ship, and Sam has become this pretty awesome alien thing, and Tony is changing as well, and they leave. Rachel goes home and finds the eggs getting attacked by one. There is an alternate ending in which she goes back to the apartment and finds multiple Tonys hatched from the eggs, who go up and touch her now pregnant belly. For some reason, this is referred to as the happy ending. 8 years later, a sequel arrived with 91's Xtro 2, The Second Encounter, from the same director, Harry Bromley Davenport. There's this underground lab that's working on this big new experiment that discovers another dimension, and it's called the Nexus Program. And one of the people running it is Dr. Julie Casserly here, played by Tara Buckman, who was in the movie Night Killer. And you know what that means? It means I get to use the clip.
Hey, bud, what happened to your clothes?
I got molested in the little boy's room.
They're gearing up for a big test run.
Prepare for final countdown.
I mean, what do I do? Do I risk getting a copyright claim? I mean, it's right there. It's right there. Ah, what the hell.
It's the final countdown.
Everything seems to go wrong when they send people over to the other world who don't return, so they seek out the help of Jan Michael Vincent. And no, I'm not gonna make a Rick and Morty joke. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys in the comments. They think that they're bringing their people back, only getting back Marshall here, and before you can say, "What's for breakfast, Mr. Hurt?" a creature erupts from her chest and immediately turns her into a burnt-out skeleton. The thing starts killing others, and after being scratched by Marshall, Big Boss Alex starts to change and they all get locked in. The aliens ripoffs continue with this guy with Drake's gun here, who gets an alien claw all the way through his face, but then one shot later it's perfectly fine, I guess. And when we get a decent look at the creature, it doesn't really look like the creature from the first one, and this whole movie doesn't feel like the first one at all. It has no recurring characters and is a seemingly different situation. The reason for that is because Davenport had a weird legal thing going on where he actually owned the rights to the title of Xtro, but didn't have the rights to the story. So he could call a movie Xtro 2, but it couldn't include any of the concepts from Xtro. And he liked money, so he made an Xtro 2, but there's no saying that this creature doesn't come from the same dimension as the Sam monster. Perhaps they were interdimensional travelers that took Sam into their world and wanted to cross over. Although there's no surface connection, there's no reason to say that these conclusively are separate worlds. And then, there's a whole lot of crawling around in corridors, with the alien making the occasional appearance until they manage to blow it up. Alex starts to make the full transformation, but then they manage to destroy him in the machine, but it's still trying to make contact. This one has no date in it, but it's not really connected to the first one, so we're just going to say it's in real time 1991. 4 years went by, and in 1995, Davenport came back with Xtro 3, Watch the Skies. It starts with 40s era newsreel clips of an alien ship landing and a very young Martin Starr, and the ensuing government cover-up. It then bounces to present day, and ooh, damn, the real inn. I genuinely love this place. The real greatest American hero is here. The Djinn is here, as is Jim Hanks, Tom Hanks' little brother. And this man has a nice side career, filling in for Tom by doing the voice of Woody in all of the Toy Story spin-off stuff like video games and such that Tom, his bro, is too busy for. When they get there, everything is deserted, and they find a watch inscribed in 1955, as well as a whole bunch of human remains. Kim states that the watch is from 40 years ago, so this would be set in 1995 then, and is in real time. And there's a survivor there, and I love that they just had him here, and a fly just randomly landed on him, and the actor had to blow it away, and they kept that in the film. They find an odd structure with weird lights inside, and there's an alien here, again, pretty different from the ones that we've seen before, and the crew enter the ship, and they find Hendrix inside dead and experimented on. They get stranded on the island, and an alien attacks with its tendril tongue, and I guess, spider web? And then it's invisible, hunting soldiers in the woods, so I guess Part 2 had to rip off aliens, so this is just gonna go with Predator. We find out that the creature wants revenge because long ago the military captured it and its mate and killed and vivisected her, removing his unborn child at the same time. So not only is it Predator, but now it's Orca too. The alien is a puppet, and it's pretty awesomely hilarious. And the military starts to bomb the area, with the evil captain trying to eliminate the Marines in order to cover things up. And the alien wipes them all out, and soon Kern is the only one left to fight, and he has to decide between shooting the alien and the Wishmaster, and he chooses the latter, and the alien goes home. Again, there's no link to either of the previous two films here, but I guess if you want it to be an alien from the same world or home dimension, there's no reason it can't be. Kern tells his story to the press, but I mean, the dude could have taken a bath first, but no one believes him and he's arrested. But I guess the old guy survived and could help back up his story, because surely people would believe him, right? So there you have it. It is 3 movies that are technically not connected in any way, shape, or form. I mean, you could, if you want to, you can connect them by having all of the aliens be from the same dimension. It's fine. If you want them to be connected, they certainly can be, but there's nothing in any of the films to connect them to the other films. So the timeline is kind of just what it is. But yeah, the first movie is great. I love Xtro. It is such a cool little movie, and it's so bizarre and interesting and weird. And then the 2 sequels are just standard straight-to-video alien movies. They're things you've seen a million times before. There's nothing weird or unusual about them. They're just basic. So yeah, they're not that great, but they're not terrible. You're not gonna be mad that you watched them. But you will be mad if you don't watch the first movie, because it's very fun and very cool to watch. I recommend it pretty highly. It's enjoyable. Check it out. If you've seen these, or if you've not seen these and would now like to, tell me down below in the comments. Tell me what you thought about Xtro and its sequels. Also, if you enjoyed the video, click on that like button. If you enjoyed the channel, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you get a chance, go to my Patreon page at patreon.com/movietimelines. I certainly would appreciate that. These guys have been there, and they are my patrons, and they are awesome, and I thank them all the time for coming and helping to support the channel. And you can do that, or you can just keep on watching these videos, because there will be another great one very, very shortly. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.